Boy, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk this more Elden Ring. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to spank a troll's ass. That's right, spank that ass. And again. And again. Until he just can't take it anymore. And if you're not into spanking, well, maybe you just want to light him up and watch him burn. Boom. And boom. And down he goes. And in the process, you're going to be making a ton of money. And I mean a ton of money. How'd you do that, Slack? Let me show you.
MajorSlackVideos.
Okay, we're picking up where we last left off with the walkthrough. I'm throwing this money farm run in because it's perfect for what we're about to do next, which is talk to Kenneth Haight about Fort Haight. And the nearby site of grace is the Third Church of America, and at the Third Church of America is a giant troll all by his lonesome. He's a perfect money farming target. 1,000 runes a pop if you can take him down, if you can take him down quickly and reliably, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, I'm just going to wait till daytime. I'm going to use the Lord's Horns Greatsword, which we had at the Gatefront Ruins. Everybody can get it out of the little trailer thing there. And I'm just using the Prisoner's default Glintstone Staff, bumped up to +4, I believe. And that's it. Just a few other household ingredients mixed together in the right proportions. Don't worry, I'm going to break it all down for you. I'm going to show you a few runs. The runs I did here. Basically, we have enough FP to blast them with 6 magic glint blades before FP bottoms out. And the thing about it is, if you quickly stack up your glint blades, it doesn't take any stamina until the first one hits. So make sure you stay in stealth and try to hit him from behind so you have like the drop on him. And 6 glint blades. 5, 6. I have the Lord's Horns Greatsword configured with quick step. So I replace this default Ash of War with, or default skill with quick step. And that's how you can scoot under him like that and just spank that ass. And spank that ass. And that's it, he's down. 1,000 runes in your pocket. Let's do it again. This relies on 2 key entries into the Flask of Wondrous Physic, which is what I just took there. One of them is, actually I'll go into detail about this after when I switch back to Commentary Slack. This is Gamer Slack doing the run, because there's no way I could do this to live commentary. So basically I just took the Flask of Wondrous Physic and then I loaded up the sword with Scholar's Armament, I believe it's called, and 6 glint blades, 4, 5, 6, quick step under him, and again. The reason why this works is because these trolls, I mean, they're absolute maniacs. You know how it is, they command a large area, and once they get going, it's hard to avoid them. They are stomping and running around and stabbing the ground, and just a maniac. They cover a lot of ground. But I figured out their weak spot is actually directly underneath them. If you can keep underneath them, they're like completely confused, and you are safe, because if you get right under his ass, his stomp is ineffective. So that's why I took the I used the Quick Step Ash of War, which we got earlier in the walkthrough. I put it on the Lord's Horns Greatsword. This is our most powerful melee weapon, and the idea is to just keep the attack up before he gets underway. Instead of reloading your FP and trying to hit him up with the glint blade again, another round of glint blades, hit him with glint blades. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, quick step under him. 1, 2, get right under him, charge up and attack, boom, and he goes down. And that's it. And then get behind him just for effect and spank his ass. And finish him off. It's that simple. Another 1,000 runes in your pocket. And at this point, I've earned enough to level up. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to put points, as we have been in the walkthrough, into Mind, so that we have even more FP. And this will give us 84 FP, which is very crucial because the glint blades cost 12 FP each. So that means we can now cast 7 glint blades instead of 6, which makes this even easier. Okay, so points into mind. FP up to 84. 7 times 12 is 84. And let's rinse repeat. Except this time we're going to do 7 glint blades. Okay, so there we go. Flask of Wondrous Physic. Scholar's Armament. Once again, I'm going to explain that all in detail when I pass the mic back on over to Commentary Slack after this run. Right now, get into the bushes somewhere. Wait till he turns his back, or an opportune time when you just feel the time is right. Usually like to target his right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scoot under. Charge attack. And he goes down. Now it's even easier because he usually goes down with 1 attack because he got an extra glint blade. And boom. Bad troll. Bad troll. I didn't mean it. Yeah. And again, because I want to earn a bit of money. What happened though is every once in a while enemies will have glowing eyes. And it's hard to see it on the troll, but if they have glowing eyes, you get 5 times the amount of runes that you normally get for killing him. So that happened to me, unfortunately, I say, because it kind of screws up the walkthrough. But I'm going to take the money along with me anyways. Okay, so once again with 7 glint blades, and then I'm going to show you how to do the same technique using fire pots. 4, 5, 6, 7, scoot under, charge attack, boom, and he was down before you can get the stomp off. Jump into position slack, spank that butt, and pops your uncle. Now if you find that a little too dangerous, I'm going to show you a method that works just as well with fire pots and doesn't require any scooting underneath them. Just blast them with 7 glint blades and 4 fire pots. And I'm going to show you how to make fire pots and how to get the ingredients for that afterwards. Here I'm just loading up my Lord's Forms Greatsword as a backup plan, as normal. Actually, I think this is the run I screwed up, and then I demonstrate what happens if things go sideways. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so things went sideways. If this happens, roll away, reload your flask, and if he starts running towards you, if he does that thing, roll away, and another thing you do is just run between his legs, which is what I'm going to do now. See, he's really weak right in between his legs. See, I do it again. And again. Yeah, the temptation is to run away, but actually run towards him, right in between his legs, and get right underneath him, and you're going to survive a lot easier. Okay, so that's what you do if things go sideways. And if things go completely sideways and you lose all your money, don't worry about it. The money is just sitting there out in the field. Hop on your horse, run out, grab it, come back, and try again. It's no big deal. Because by the time he notices that you're grabbing your money, he doesn't have time to react. Now we're going to use the fire pot method. So this is 7 glint blades and 4 fire pots. Some of you may find this a lot easier because it doesn't require any scooting underneath him. You just keep the bombardment up. Here I am loading up my Lordsworn Greatsword just as a backup plan. And the same deal, get close, 7 glint blades, 4 fire pots. I like to target his right leg because it works a lot better. And get as close as you dare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just hold your ground and start chucking the fire pots. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Works every time. So that's another method if you don't feel comfortable with the other method. But this will require you to gather ingredients for the fire pots, but they're pretty easily had. I'm going to show you an easy place to farm mushrooms and smoldering butterflies. Okay, let's do the fire pot method again to show you that it wasn't a fluke. I cast, or rather craft a fresh batch of fire pots. And I believe this is the time, it's hard to see his eyes, but they're glowing gold. And when that happens on enemies, they give you 5 times the amount of runes that they normally give. So I ended up earning 5,000 runes on this run instead of just 1,000 runes. Which, like I said, it wasn't exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to, like, you know, because the chances of anybody else repeating that as they're following the walkthrough is very slim. Look at his eyes right now. See that? You see this kind of like glow coming out of his eyes? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and fire pots. 1. Oh, this is another method. Sorry. This is the... I mixed it up. I threw in a fire pot to bring him down, and then I did the charge attack. Yeah, now I'm mixing it up. This is MajorSlack showing off. And there, I got 5,000 runes for that run there. So that's the money farming run. That's my favorite money farming run. A ton of money you can earn doing this at the Third Church of America. Now I'm going to pass the mic back on to Commentary Slack, who's going to break it all down for you and continue the walkthrough. Okay, Commentary Slack back behind the gun, and I'm going to break it all down for you, exactly where I got all the items. This is mostly for the benefit of those who are not following the walkthrough. Those who are following the walkthrough, you know where I got all this stuff. Let's start with the Lordsworn's Greatsword at the start of the show. This thing here. This you can get at Gatefront Ruins. That's one of the first enemy camps that you encounter in the game. There's Gatefront Ruins. There's the Third Church of... or rather, the Church of Ella is... There's the Church of Ella. So just north of there. This place right here. Let me go there right now. Alright. Kill this enemy right here. And the Lordsworn's Greatsword is right in this container right here. Grab it, and it's free. That's all it takes. Next, the Flask of Wondrous Physic is found actually at the Third Church of America, which is where we're at. One of the items that goes in the Flask of Wondrous Physic that we're using. Let's go here, mix Wondrous Physic. Okay. This thing here, the Strength Knot Crystal Tier, this bumps up your strength by 10 points. This will allow us to use the Lordsworn's Greatsword in one hand, because right now it requires 16 strength, and we're not able to use it properly right now. But if we take the Flask of Wondrous Physic with that Strength Knot Crystal Tier in it, it'll bump up our strength. Just to demonstrate, I'm taking the Flask of Wondrous Physic, okay? Go here, and you can see that strength is no longer marked as red. Our strength is bumped up to 21, and we now have the required attributes to wield the Lordsworn's Greatsword in one hand, which is important because you want to be able to cast those glint blades, and then quickly scoot under and do that charge attack. Now, the Lordsworn's Greatsword does not come with the Quick Step skill by default. It comes with the Stamp Uppercut skill. So, somewhere in the walkthrough, I remember, I bought the Quick Step Ash of War from the War Master Shack. And you just go here, Ashes of War, and hook this up, and there it is, the Quick Step, and put that under. That'll replace the default Stamp Uppercut with quick step. So now this is what happens when you press the skill button. This allows you to scoot underneath the troll very quickly. It's really useful. And the thing about this is, I don't know if this is intended or not, it does say it requires 3 FP, but even if you run clean out of FP, you can still do the quick step. I don't know if that's intended or if that's a glitch, but it's only 3 FP. I don't think it's going to break the walkthrough if they fix that. Alright, and next, the Strength Knot Crystal Tear is found at Stormhill Shack. This is the shack that is just past Stormgate. Okay, there's Gatefront Ruins, there's Stormgate, and this shack right here. Alright, and once you're right here, just point to the northeast, and you see that troll way in the distance. See my sword's pointing at the troll right now? He's guarding this field, and way at the end of the field is the Strength Knot Crystal Tear. It's just sitting there in a dish. Pick it up and put it in your Flask of Wondrous Physic. Next, that will bump up your strength by 10 points. Next, the Spiked Cracked Tear. Sorry, I had to Frankenstein this in because I got it wrong. And I just spent a half an hour looking through all my walkthrough videos. I've only got like 11 videos, but I can't find... I did so much in some of the videos that I was trying to find exactly where I got this. I couldn't find it. Honorable mention to anybody who could find the exact episode and a timestamp where I got these Spiked Cracked Tear. I know where I got it, I just don't know which episode. It is found at the Minor Erd Tree, which is down in the Mistwood Forest. Right here, this big tree here. Okay, so there's Mistwood Ruins. We're here. Right there, there's this big tree, and I went around the tree, and around, I'd say the west side of the tree, there are 2 crystal tears you can pick up. One is the Spiked Cracked Tear, and the other one is the Green Spill Tear. Okay, so we got that one and that one there. And finally, something I did not mention is the Axe Talisman also helps with the damage stacking. Whoops, stop that, Mr. Bumblepfingers. This here, the Axe Talisman, it enhances charge attacks. This I got at Mistwood Ruins. Once again, I was looking all through my walkthrough videos trying to find the exact one where I picked that up. It's the one where I did like 3 bear fights and I got clobbered the first 2 times. I finally made it. Mistwood Ruins. Once you could either sneak down into the cellar or kill the bear and then go down into the cellar, and the Axe Talisman is right there. Whoops, the game crashed on me. Okay, next, Scholar's Armament. That's a special spell that endows your melee weapon with extra damage. Here it is, Scholar's Armament. That thing there. This gives you 90 extra magic damage. So if you look at our Lordsworn's Greatsword, right here, 98 extra magic damage. Alright? And that we got at the Waypoint Ruins Cellar. I forget which episode that was. Some viewer or hardcore slacker would be kind enough to post a comment about which episode that was. We got that at the Waypoint Ruins Cellar, which is right here. Okay, you have to beat the Pumpkinhead boss, and then you get to talk to Selen? The sorceress there, and you can buy the Scholar's Armament spell from her. Alright, and that it can endow any melee weapon with that. And let's go back to Third Church America. Okay, and we'll just run through it. With everything loaded up like I showed you, you come out here, you have your Flask of Wondrous Physic loaded up. I have it in a pouch, so it's on the right side of the pouch. Just take that. Okay, so now we can wield the Lordsworn's Greatsword in one hand. and the damage is normal. It's 136 base damage plus 29 bonus damage. Alright? Then just use Scholar's Armament. That adds 98 magic damage. And if you check this out, you see it's doing a whopping 264 damage at this point, whopping. Alright? That's plus if you do a charge attack, which you can do with one hand, it does even more damage. Just hold down the strong attack button and you get that. And then it's just switch over to the magic glint blade. Make sure you refill your flask. Let's see if I can do this to live commentary. Get sneaky. And we have 7 glint blades now. Get in the bush. And I find it's better to target his right leg, because what happens is when you scoot under him, it works better. So now target his right leg. Get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's just stupefied for some reason. I don't know why. And down he goes. And spank his ass. Now I have even more money. Now, if you want to do the fire pot method, you're going to need the crafting kit. Crafting kit is easily had from the Church of Ella, the merchant at the Church of Ella. Which is right here. Alright, go to the merchant there, buy the crafting kit, and you'll be able to craft fire pots. And then all you need is a supply of mushrooms and smoldering butterflies. The easiest mushroom farm, in my opinion, in the map is Agile Lake South, which is, this is Agile Lake, obviously. Just go there. And there's one mushroom there, but it's like 2 steps from the site of grace. Right there, turn around, grab the mushroom, go back to the site of grace, rest to reset the game. That's all you have to do. You don't have to reload or anything. Just rest, get back up again, grab yourself another mushroom, go back, rest, get back up again, rinse, repeat, as many mushrooms as you like. Smoldering butterflies is these are found basically at any fire. Is there a fire up there? No. Okay, but typically over any campfire you see, like for example any merchant, they always have fires going. But I'll show you another place you can go to. We've been to the War Master's shack right here. This is the Storm Hill shack. War Masters. There's the Storm Gate, and there is Gatefront Ruins. Okay, just for a point of reference, let's go to War Master's shack. At War Master's shack, get on your horse. Bring up the map. Zoom it in. And you're looking north by northeast. There's War Master's shack. See this curve here in the map? Okay. Bring your targeting reticle up there and tuck it right in the curve and put a beacon. That's it. That's exactly where we're going. Let me just get rid of the any other beacons I have. Okay, now that you've got the beacon marked, go directly to it. Do not go that way and then veer off, because you're going to run into some wolves and it's just going to slow you down. Line up and go directly to the beacon. And this way you won't spawn the wolves. And you're going to run into a cliff. And once you run into the cliff, just follow the cliff to the left. Here's the rocks. Follow the rocks to the left. Double jump up here and go directly to the beacon again. And you're going to come up on these 2 fire snails with a ton of smoldering butterflies. Just grab them all. Okay, and once you got all the smoldering butterflies, you won't be able to bring up the map again because you're within the vicinity of enemies. So just simply dismount, bring out your pebble, blow these guys away. It takes 1 pebble each. And you can bring up your map, go back to War Master's shack, and rinse repeat. to get as many smoldering butterflies as you like. And that's it. Now you have infinite fire pots. Who loves you? Alright, so now you can do the glint blade fire pot method if the other method doesn't, if you're not comfortable with the other method. Let's go back to the Third Church of America. This is where we're going to pick up next video when we go talk to Kenneth Haidt, who is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. Now, like I said, I earned an extra 5,000 runes. I'm not sure what to do about this, because the chances, like I said, the chances of you getting a glowing eye troll is really slim. So I don't know, post a comment. Should I just keep an extra 4,000? Like, it's an extra 4,000 runes. So I don't know, should I just hang on to it, or you guys feel comfortable farming 10,000 runes from this guy here? It doesn't take long. Once you get the hang of it, it shouldn't take, like, you know, it's like maybe a minute or two per run. It won't take you long to farm 10,000 runes. So post a comment. Do you feel comfortable farming up 10,000 runes so that we can continue, everybody can continue the walkthrough on the same page, or what? All right, so that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, stuff like that there. Post a comment, like I said. Let me know how you want to deal with this, or how are your trolling, or rather troll farming exploits going. Are they going well, or are you having a lot of problems? Post a comment. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.